But we want to get back to the RNC now and that big pick for the vice presidential nominee.
Donald Trump announced Ohio Senator J.D. Vance will be his running mate. Political reporter Marianne Ahern is live for us at the Fifth Forum with reaction on this big announcement. I know he was one of the two names floated, Marianne. What's the reaction been?
Good afternoon, Marianne. Lots of drama here for sure. Get this. We have learned through others reporting and confirmed that J.D. Vance found out just 20 minutes before former President Trump announced on social media that he was going to be the pick. Vance has arrived here at the forum, Pfizer Forum, and with his wife, and to many cheers as he walked through on the floor. Of course, he is a senator from Ohio, also known as an author and TV commentator. When he initially ran for the U.S. Senate just 18 months ago, he was a never-Trumper, but that all changed once he was elected. He is just 39 years old, a former U.S. Marine who served in Iraq and went on to Yale Law School. His Midwest roots and self-made success noted by Trump when Trump made the announcement on social media. Trump also noted the important states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Minnesota. Certainly he sees J.D. Vance as an outreach of why he was chosen. And yes, there were a lot of cheers when his name was officially presented.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to determine our nominee for the office of Vice President of the United States, Senator J.D. Vance.
Even before this big announcement, the Illinois delegation, many of them newcomers to political conventions, the party in Illinois sort of regrouping, they spoke of putting aside party differences for a unified message.
You got your swag, you got these, and as well as this.
As Illinois delegates gather early this morning, even before the vice presidential nominee was revealed, Richard Porter, a national Republican committeeman, notes the importance of Donald Trump's choice.
The events of the other day bring a focus to how important it is to have a number two that's ready to take the job at any moment. And I think that with that level of seriousness, we will have a nominee who will be ready to be president should anything untoward ever happen to our president. And I think we'll be very proud of that vice presidential nominee.
The morning prayer also noted the Saturday assassination attempt.
We thank you for sparing Donald Trump from the almost certain death on Saturday. Surely you sent an angel to gently touch his face, to move it so ever slightly, to avoid the fatal shot from the assassin's bullet.
Trump! Trump! Trump!
While there's a call to turn down the angry political rhetoric, that does not mean Congressman Mike Bust is shying away from noting the divisions within the Democratic Party.
I know who our candidate is going to be. How about you? They don't have a clue. They don't know whether their existing candidate is going to get there or if they're going to replace them.
Congresswoman Mary Miller sees the Saturday shooting as a galvanizing moment.
When he got shot, the first thing he thought of is, I got to get up and show Americans that I am okay. He has put Americans first. He has kept his promises.
So this convention, far different than others. This will be my 6th political convention to cover. And, well, they used to have traditions of Monday, this happens, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of that thrown out the window, partly because of what happened on Saturday, partly because Donald Trump likes to mix it up and surprise people. In fact, we are expecting to see the former president here at the Pfizer Forum later tonight. Reporting live from Milwaukee, Marianne Ahern. Back to both of you.
No matter what happens, Marianne, we know you will be on top of it. Thanks so much.
Let's talk about the big story out of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee today. Former President Donald Trump has picked Ohio Senator J.D. Vance to be his running mate. The campaign put out a statement, Mr. Trump praising Vance for his service as a Marine, as well as his education at Yale Law School and his success as a writer and businessman. This is from earlier at the convention, the crowd cheering as Vance was officially nominated by the Lieutenant Governor of Ohio just about an hour ago.
And this I know, he will faithfully stand by President Donald Trump's side as they win this election and change the course of our nation.
Former President Trump also said during the campaign, Senator Vance will focus on workers and farmers in Midwestern states.
Our political reporter, Marianne Ahern, is at the convention in Milwaukee, and she was there for the big announcement today. She has reaction now from the Illinois delegation and more on who is J.D. Vance and why he was selected to be Trump's running mate.
Good evening. J.D. Vance, not a total surprise. He was one of the final three so many political experts had been focusing on. He has only been a U.S. Senator for 18 months. Before that, though, a self-made success in business and a best-selling author.
Be nominated by acclamation by this Republican National Convention as its candidate for the office of Vice President of the United States of America.
Once a never-Trumper, later a fierce defender, 39-year-old Ohio Senator J.D. Vance is Donald Trump's choice to be the Republican vice presidential candidate. Vance is a former Marine, served in Iraq, went on to Yale Law School, and wrote a best-selling autobiography, Hillbilly Elegy.
That's somebody that we can get behind. He has a lot of the traits of loyalty, determination, and the ability to be president on day one should that be called to action.
From the convention floor, others from the Illinois delegation also offer positive feedback on Vance.
Him coming from a swing state is going to be key. It's going to bring in more electoral votes. I think he brings a lot of energy to the ticket.
Democrats, however, are also weighing in. Governor J.B. Pritzker's political Twitter account says Vance is an anti-abortion extremist. Northwestern professor Michael Allen on the importance of the Vance choice.
He sends a message that he is appealing to the sort of white working class voter that J.D. Vance very much stands for.
Hereby declaring him the Republican nominee for President of the United States.
This convention schedule upended after Saturday's assassination attempt. On this first day, delegates are making it official with the roll call of the states, traditionally reserved for later in the week.
The election has been won by Donald J. Trump. Americans see that he is the fighter that we need to restore freedom and opportunity to our country, our great country.
Also tonight, we are expecting to see former President Trump arrive here at the Pfizer Forum. That is not the usual tradition, but in this 2024 election, nothing is by the book. From Milwaukee, Marianne Ahern, NBC5 News.
Thank you, Marianne. Now, outside of where Marianne was standing at the Pfizer Forum, hundreds have gathered to protest the Republican National Convention and former President Donald Trump.
Now, the march took place amid heavy police presence. Telemundo Chicago's Jorge de Santiago joining us now live with that part of tonight's story. Jorge.
Allison and Stefan, take a look right behind me. This is one of several checkpoints throughout the city that leads directly into the RNC location. It's hard to walk a block in the downtown area of Milwaukee without seeing waves of police officers everywhere trying to keep protesters and supporters safe.
Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do?
Thousands have gathered just minutes away from the RNC in a rally called March on the RNC. Protesters from diverse groups united against the Republican Party's agenda. Now all eyes are on Milwaukee following the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Both supporters and opponents of the RNC and former President Trump were given the opportunity to make their voices be heard.
The greater danger is the kind of violence and rhetoric and policies that Trump and his MAGA right and the GOP and their platform is promoting.
You know, Trump delivers a message of hate and fear, and I think that there's a lot of reasons that people should be concerned about our government right now.
For me, I'm a conservative guy, and as far as this election goes economically, the Trump economy was great for us.
I'm here not to create a problem or be a part of a protest. I'm here to let people know that this is America and we need to stand up for America.
Authorities in Milwaukee have stated that law enforcement is well equipped to handle the city's issues. For that reason, the planned protest was allowed to proceed today. By the way, the organizers of today's march have stated that they do plan to stage a march out at the DNC next month in Chicago. Live in Milwaukee, I'm Jorge de Santiago for Telemundo and NBC5 News. Allison, back to you in studio.
Jorge, thank you so much.